Be sure to check out my Patreon for weekly exclusive interviews, extra content on Veve and Ecomi, and building generational wealth, as well as money management tips from experienced whales. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video. And this one, we're going to be checking out something that's pretty substantial. Now, I know if you all have watched the channel for a while, you've probably seen me talk a little bit about the licenses and stuff that we can expect from Veve. And there's actually been a massive, I guess, misunderstanding between whether we have DC Comics, whether we only have DC Direct. I actually, if you've seen the content, you know that a few months ago, I actually confirmed that we had DC Comics. It was something that we found here. We found it here in the terms of service. Let me see. Where it's at. It should be under the intellectual property right here. I don't know how the page got up there. But yeah, so as you can see right here, DC Super Friends Collection Comics. This is a DC Comics, not DC Direct item right here. So it's right here listed in the terms of service that we have DC Comics. So I confirmed that on a video a while ago. Oh, and by the way, drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Listen, that's what you find here on the channel. You get the information first. I mean, everybody's well, all the haters like to say, oh, it's just luck, he just makes it up. But I mean, if everything constantly keeps being right, it's clearly not made up. It's clearly, I see something, I see the proof, and then I believe it. Like, they're not gonna put something in their terms of service that they don't have, or they're under their licenses that they don't have. And this was just recently updated. We did see some new additions added here. We saw the Marvel brands added, Disney. We saw Disney Pixar. We saw Lucasfilms. So that means they went through all these licenses and then they added a few more onto the end here, and they still came to the conclusion that this did not need to be removed. That's how we know that it's recent. They literally just redid this page. So that's the proof right there. Now, the biggest piece of news that we have right now is where this may be the first official DC Comics drop on Veve. Now, this as you can see, this is not too impressive. The comic book in itself is not that impressive. This is what it's selling for. Like the maximum, like the best quality one is selling between what, $400 and $500. Nothing crazy. That's why I literally didn't give this comic a second look at first. But then I see this. That's DC Comics, bruh. Like, that is DC Comics. This is the part that interests me, because does this make this comic valuable to Veve, even though it may not be valuable in the physical world? So this is some of those gray area places that we don't really know how this is going to impact value. Like, do we respect this as DC Comics first, and what type of value do we put on that? Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the next Todd or something because it's the first from DC Comics, but you know, I mean, DC Comics is like, and it's not really the first. It's the first full-on comic book, because you do have some, like, you do got the little Batman one over there on Hero, but that's a card. It's not the full comic. It's just like little panels. It's not the actual full comic. This is an actual full first ever DC comic in the NFT space, if I'm correct. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is there any other full-on DC comic anywhere else in the world? Let me know as far as the NFTs go. I don't know. I don't look at other platforms and stuff like that too often. It doesn't really matter to me. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. Like, this is massive to me. I feel like this is huge. This could potentially be the first time we ever see DC Comics, and that could substantially boost the value of this. I don't know how many editions and stuff that we're going to have if this is a lower edition one. Like, if this has lower editions and it's the very first time DC Comics has ever been seen on Veve, this comic could be pretty insane. This could be a pretty valuable comic to Veve. This could be a Veve Grail. So we have grails, actual grails, and then we have Veve grails. So I mean, the Veve community can really make whatever, like, the market decides. You all are the ones who make something a grail on Veve if it's a Veve grail. There's some things that just transcends what, like, the physical, the Veve, like, it's just, there's some things that just transcends, but ultimately on Veve, whatever the community feels, whatever the community is willing to pay for, that's what's going to be a grail. That's what's going to be valuable. So yeah, it's interesting. I feel like this is an interesting topic. This video is not going to be too long. That's all I really wanted to point out, the fact that this is the first time we've seen DC Comics on Veve, so that's massive. But let me know how you all feel about this. What do you all think? Do you think this is big and substantial? Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And yeah, I will catch you all on the next one, fam. Peace out, y'all.